going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to yet another holiday movie review. And today I'm going to change gears. No more Home Alone reviews. Although I am wearing a Home Alone shirt for this. Hey, Saifi, how you doing? He's joining me on this shoot for this episode. But anyway, now let's change gears. As I said, so now time to satisfy the action thrillers for all you guys. And this one is no different. This one is Violent Night. Oh yes, this movie actually came out 2 years ago, and we're not. Well, disclaimer: I actually did see this movie in theaters, and I meant to actually do a review, and nothing actually ever happened. So what came of that is beyond me, and what happened, I'll never know, or I'm having a hard time remembering, or what happened. But anyway, let's break this down. So, Violent Night came out in theaters at a perfect time. It's got an interesting twist. It's how can I say this? It was fun. It was exciting. It was violent. It was funny. And a whole lot of other stuff. So yeah. I'm just going to leave it at that because if all you just need to say is, okay, Santa becomes an action hero in this movie, and that's literally the crux of the story. But of course, how does he become an action hero? Well, let's see. You got this family they're having pretty much a family get together. It's during the holidays. It's at their home in a desolate place of wherever it is, and these group of terrorists / thieves / whatever you want to call them, led by Scrooge, even though he's not called Scrooge, but they call him Scrooge because he's against all this. He's not too thrilled for the holiday series, but he's after revenge on the family, and of course he's played by John Leguizamo, which I thought, okay, that's an interesting twist. Safe, what are you doing, buddy? But anyway, so it's like, wow, so it's a bit of a holiday heist kind of thing. So there you go. So it becomes like a little bit of a die-hard thriller kind of thing. And of course, Santa, unexpectedly wrong place at the wrong time. Shit happens, and he's got to save Christmas in a way, because I think there's an innocent girl, she hears what's going on, and she's like, I need help, and she's calling for help, and I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. Outside of Sam becoming this ultimate hero, because I love this whole twist behind him. More on that in a moment. But all the other characters I really hate, this family that you want to try to root for, or try to figure out why are they getting together, and why there's so much animosity towards each other. Man, they're not likable at all. I just did not care for them. Of course, I did kind of was smiling to see Beverly D'Angelo back in a movie since Christmas Vacation. So it was great to see her. So yeah, you had some star power there, but man, I did not like him whatsoever. But of course, you had a pretty cool villain in John Leguizamo. Of course, even though he's no Hans Gruber, if you want to compare and contrast, but yeah. But as far as Santa goes, you realize that, wait a minute, he's essentially was a Viking in a past life. He actually explains it as he's telling the little girl his story. And of course, she's asking, is this all real? And he's like, well, yeah, kind of thing. And it's like, oh, don't worry, you are on my nice list. And he pulls up his nice list, and there she is. But of course, I love how the nice list, it's all technology based. It's or mystical or something like that. It's oh, look up your name. Oh, you're on the nice list. Oh, you're on the naughty list, kind of thing. So yeah, of course, I love that. He's like, you are on my naughty list. He just was beast of shit, these guys. And man, there's a whole violent scene where he just goes, where he's using hockey sticks, the blades of the hockey skates. I'm like, Jesus, it was such a violent rampage, but he was doing it just out of, okay, I need to save everybody kind of thing. But man, I love that whole twist. I was like, okay, Santa is a Viking, even though there is no Santa in Nordic mythology, more based in Greek mythology. But hey, again, it's a movie. I understand they love to pick up some creative twists, and I can totally see if there was any Santa in Nordic mythology, he would probably do something along these lines. So it's an interesting thought if you kind of think about it. But other than that, man, this movie, there's so many twists, and excitement. It's again, you get excited for one thing, you're like, oh my God, someone's gonna die, then, or what's Santa gonna do next, kind of thing. And then of course, man, there's I don't think there's but the problem with this movie is that I think fans will probably forget about it. Is like there's no one memorable line, Sally. Like outside maybe some silly one liner that Sam may have come up with as he's fighting all these bad guys. The only other line I can think of is when the daughter's boyfriend just somehow is able to escape, and she goes, he's gonna save us, and Beverly D'Angelo goes, no, Jean Claude Van dipshit just ditched us, sweetie, and she's like, oh. I'm like, wow. I was like, wow. More back to this family. Seriously, I hated any of these characters. Like, there was nothing likable to make you want to root for any of these characters that were supposedly are the innocent ones. You know, they're the ones they're the victim. They're being the ones being invaded, but they all have some very bad baggage and very terrible backstories. It's like, wow, why would you do this? I'm like, that's my only problem about this movie. But other than just turning Santa into the unexpected hero, and then at the end of the day, he rescues everybody, he kills the bad guy in the most creatively destructive way. Like I don't want to give it away, but I loved it. Then finally, he's like, finally, my reindeer are back. And he's like, oh, thank goes. Now I'm gonna go home. He's essentially like kind of he's like the cowboy kind of thing. He rides off in the sun, or in this case, he's like, ho ho ho. Oh, Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night. I need to go home. Ow! Kind of thing. It was funny. Man, David Harbour, good work on him, even though, I think you could tell, he was having a little bit of fun with it, even though I don't think he really wanted to be there. I don't know what the real story is, but this was a fun movie, but for all the good reasons and for all the bad reasons. But like I said this one, I think it's definitely got a following. I watched it again, and I realized, man, it's so wrong, but it's fun and entertaining. And outside of some of these interesting character kinks and people that you really don't care about, like the one people that you want to care about is, of course, that innocent little girl and Santa. And Santa just, I think he kind of delivers on his promise by saying, "You want a good Christmas? I'm going to save you. You want family? Yada yada yada," and he does that. And that's a good way to end the movie. Like he saved the day and gave the girl a memorable Christmas, which probably might scar her for life, but who knows? Maybe there might be a sequel in the works. Who knows? But anyway, if I had to give this movie a score, I'm going to give Violent Night. I'm going to give it. You know what? I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I want to give it a hard 8, but again, there's some elements that I really felt like may grow on me, but for now, maybe something will happen eventually. I would like to see more outside of some of the other interesting kinks of the movie. I think we'll go down as a cult classic for the Christmas action thriller kind of thing in a couple of years' time. But who knows? Again, if you've never seen this movie, go give it a watch. It's something. All right. So that does for today. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting content.